Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new top 5 fastest time to kill loadouts here in Black Ops 6 after our recent update. Now, if you're having any trouble increasing your KD, getting high kill games, or if you're trying to get your first tactical nuke, these are going to be the best loadouts. So if you guys are new and find this video help you out in any way, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. Now, getting into my first weapon here, we have the TANTO 22, which we all know this weapon is super broken. It's been getting damage buffs after damage buffs after damage buffs. This thing has yet to get a nerf, which makes it one of the best weapons in the entire game, and it has a nice time to kill no matter what gunfight you get into. Now, this is a 5 attachment build, and we're going to be starting with the optic here first, and we're going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. The Kepler Microflex on the TANTO 22 is super clean. This is my favorite optic, and like I say in my videos, this is the best and easiest optic to use in the entire game. But also, like I say in my videos, use your favorite optic or use what you have unlocked. For me, though, we're going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. Now, for the muzzle here next, we are going to be adding on the compensator. Now, this is the best muzzle when it comes to recoil control and gun kick control. Now, the TANTO 22 really doesn't have bad recoil, but it has some weird gun kick, so I definitely want to calm that down. We're going to add on the compensator, so we're going to get better recoil control if you need that, which is going to make this weapon super easy to use, and also we're going to calm that gun kick down. So no matter what gunfight we get into, we're going to have better accuracy, better control of this weapon, and you can take your gunfights to any range having full control of this weapon. So we're gonna be adding on the compensator for our next attachment. If you need help unlocking anything here in Black Ops 6, make sure to check out U4GM. They can help you with any challenge in the game, from camo challenges to any hard challenge in the game. They also provide very cheap codes to redeem, like XP codes and rare skins. Go use my code PARA for 5% off. Now, for the barrel here, we're gonna be adding on the reinforced barrel. This is gonna give us damage range and bull velocity. Now, I'll be honest, you don't need too much damage range. You don't really need to add the long barrel on for this weapon. The damage range on this weapon is super nasty, so we're going to add on the reinforced barrel. We're going to get a little bit more damage range here, but the main thing is we're getting that bull velocity, so our bullets are traveling further. They're hitting a bit harder to give us a faster time to kill in those longer range gunfights, but our bullets are traveling faster, which is the main thing. So we're going to add on the reinforced barrel. Now, we're going to jump over here to the magazine, and we're going to be adding on the flip mag. Now, the flip mag goes absolutely crazy on this thing. The time to kill is pretty quick on this SMG, so I can be aggressive. If I'm middle of a gunfight, I can reload really quick, get back into that gunfight. The extended mag 1 is a good choice also. It just depends on what you want to run. Do you want to reload faster or have a higher mag size? It's totally on you. For me today, we're going to be adding on the flip mag. And then for my final attachment, the handling is really good on this weapon already, so we are going to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the balance stock for that aim walking movement speed, strafing movement speed, and hipfire movement speed. So we're going to increase our mobility so we can move fast around the map, move fast while aimed down sight, strafe left and right while aimed down sights. The balance stock is going to be really broken, but here is the full build for this class setup for the TANTO 22. It's absolutely crazy, and I want to show you guys this weapon at 5 meters, 10 meters, about 20 meters. We got 25, and also, if needed, we can take this weapon all the way to 50 meters. It is super broken. Now, jumping into weapon number 2 here, we have the good old XM4, one of the fast killing weapons in the entire game here, and one of the easiest weapons to use in the entire game also. And this is also another 5 attachment build. Now, for my first one, we are going to start with the optic here, which I'm going to be adding on my go-to optic, the Kepler Microflex. I am the most consistent with this optic here, but also another good choice is the Volsky Reflex. So whatever you want to add, go ahead and throw on what you have unlocked, what you want to use. Today, we're going to add on the Kepler Microflex. Now, for the muzzle, we're going to add on the suppressor. We're going to be off the radar. We're going to be a ghost. No one can radar watch us. It's going to help us stay alive a lot longer, to go on those kill streaks, to get our nukes, increase our KD and everything. So we are going to be adding on the suppressor. Now, for the barrel, we're going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now, this is my go-to barrel on the XM4, which is increasing our damage range and bull velocity, so our weapon is going to be 100 times better in any gunfight with that bull velocity, and it's going to be really good at longer ranges now, so we are going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now, for the magazine, we are going to be adding on the first extended mag. Now, you could run the fast mag if you want to, but there's no reload quickness taken away from the large mag. So we're going to add this on 45 bullets. The time to kill is nice on this weapon already, so you're never going to have to reload. And when we have to, the reload speed is pretty fast on this large mag. So we are going to be adding on the first extended mag. And then for my final attachment, we are going to the stock here and adding on the light stock. Now, with the handling being good on this weapon already, I want to work on some more mobility so I can move fast around the map if I need to play aggressive, or if I'm trying to flank people or just trying to get into more gunfights. The light stock goes absolutely crazy on this weapon, so of course we're going to add it on for our final attachment. This is my best XM4 build. Stealthy, no recoil, really good at long range, really good up close, and you can just mow people down. And I'm going to show you guys in the firing range real quick. This weapon's going to be really good at 5 meters, 10 meters, 25 meters, and if needed, 50 meters. It's insane. Now for my next weapon here, we have the SAUG SMG, which I think we can all agree it definitely deserves a spot on this list here. And for my build, we have an 8 attachment class setup, so you need gunfighter for your wild card in order to do this class setup. And we're going to start with the muzzle here, and we're going to be adding on the compensator. Like I say, this is the best muzzle when it comes to gun kick control and recoil control. You are getting the most out of this thing here on the compensator, especially on the SAUG. Having fast fire rate, it does have a lot of kick to it and a lot of recoil, so we do want to calm those things down. Add on the compensator. It is going to help this weapon be very smooth. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. This is going to give us damage range and bull velocity. We definitely want to increase its damage range on this weapon. I do believe it actually got a damage range buff not too long ago, but it definitely does need more. So we're going to add on the reinforced barrel, make our bullets a little bit stronger and travel a little bit further in those longer ranges, and also just help our bullets travel faster in our gunfights. No matter what gunfight we get into, we are going to have that upper hand with a fast bull velocity, fast fire rate combo. So we are going to add on the reinforced barrel. Now for the underbarrel, add on the vertical foregrip. We're getting a very small amount of gun kick control, which is going to help out a ton here. And we're also getting some horizontal recoil control. We're going to smoothen up that recoil pattern, make this weapon very smooth, very accurate, easy to control. So add on the vertical foregrip. Now, we are going to the magazine and adding on the first extended mag. This definitely needs a larger mag. This is a must-have attachment on this weapon. Every single weapon in this game has a must-have attachment, and this is one of the things here. The extended mag 1 needs to go on this weapon. Now, we're going to the rear grip here next and adding on the commando grip. This is going to give us faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed time. The handling is high on this weapon, so this attachment is just going to make the handling a lot better. You can be more aggressive, aim down sights lightning quick, shoot faster off a sprint, have that aggressive play style. Add on that commando grip. For the stock here, we are going to be adding on the balanced stock. This is going to give us a lot of mobility here. Aim walking movement speed, hip fire movement speed, strafing movement speed. Just a lot of mobility is going into this weapon now, so we can move fast around the map. For my laser, my go-to laser for a fully automatic weapon is the target laser. This can help with aim walking sadness. I like to pre-aim a lot and move while aim down sights, so this is going to help out a lot. And also, when we aim down sights, the idle sway delay is going to be a lot better. Our aiming idle sway is going to be a lot better here with that delay, so add on the target laser. And then for my final attachment, we are going to the fire mods and adding on the recoil springs. We're getting a lot more gun kick control, horizontal and vertical recoil control. We're just going to have really good control of this weapon here, but here is a full build for this. 8 attachments is needed on this weapon to go absolutely crazy. No recoil, quick time to kill at longer ranges, any gunfight really, but we are going to take this weapon in the firing range just to show you guys this weapon is really easy to use. No recoil, quick time to kill. I mean, and also this variant with the iron sights is just insane, but this is the best build for the SAUG. Now we have the KRIG here next. Now we're going to make this have a faster time to kill and everything, which we're actually going to start backwards here. And for my first attachment, we're going to start with the fire mod, and we're going to be adding on the rapid fire. Rapid fire on the KRIG after using it for a bit is insane. And believe it or not, with this class setup, even we have rapid fire on, we're going to make this have no recoil, scary time to kills at longer ranges and everything. This is going to be our first attachment to make this weapon super overpowered, which is already broken, but we're going to make it even better. Now, we're actually going to go back over here to the optic here, and we're going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. This is my go-to optic. I like to run this all the time. Like I say, though, add on your favorite optic. Now for the muzzle, we are going to add on the compensator. Now with us having rapid fire on, increasing our fire and everything, we are going to have a lot of gun kick and recoil, so we need to calm those things down. We're going to add on the compensator just to make this weapon more smooth, easier to control and everything, so add on the compensator. Now, we are going to add on a barrel, which we're going to be adding on the reinforced barrel here for that extra damage range and bull velocity, mainly for that bull velocity, but I do want the weapon to be stronger in those longer ranges, so we're going to add on the reinforced barrel. And then for my final attachment, we are going to the underbarrel and adding on the vertical foregrip, with us getting more gun kick control here, so that's going to be nice, but we're getting a lot of horizontal recoil control, just to help us smoothen out that recoil pattern with the rapid fire being on and everything. So add on the vertical foregrip, but we're going to have no recoil, a nice time to kill, and just have an extremely fast fire rate on the KRIG, which we're going to take this weapon in the firing range, which you already know. I'm going to show you this weapon at 5 meters, quick time to kill, 10 meters, 25 meters, even if needed, 50 meters, hit your shots. It has a nice time to kill at longer ranges, even with rapid fire. And then jumping into our final and fifth weapon in today's video here, we have the KSV SMG. Now, this weapon, especially with my build, you see someone, you point at them, they delete very quickly. This KSV is very broken, especially with this class setup, which we're going to start with the muzzle here. We have a 5 attachment build. We're going to add on the compensator for the most vertical recoil control that the compensator gives on any weapon in the game. You get a lot of vertical recoil control on this weapon, and we're also getting a lot of gun kick control. So add on the compensator, it's going to help out a ton, just making the weapon accurate, easier to use, make the weapon more smooth and everything. So add on the compensator. Now for the barrel, we're going to add on the long barrel. Now this weapon did get a damage range buff, but it needs a lot more damage at longer ranges. Add on the long barrel, it's going to be better in those upper close, medium, and even longer ranges. Now the long barrel is needed on this weapon, so definitely go ahead and throw this on. Now for the underbarrel, add on the Ranger foregrip. This can give us horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. I want to move fast with this weapon, so we're going to have faster movement speed while tactical sprint. Also that horizontal recoil control, smoothing up that recoil pattern, so the weapon is going to be easier to use. Now, we are going to go to the rear grip and add on the assault grip for about a 35% increase in our sprint to fire speed time. So we're going to be shooting fast off a sprint very quickly. So we're going to have that aggressive playstyle. And then we're going to get to our final attachment here, which we're going to the fire mods and adding on the recoil springs. This is going to give us a lot more gun kick control, vertical and horizontal recoil control as well. So we're going to have full control of this weapon and not miss any of our shots. But we're going to take this weapon in the firing range. You already know. And I want to show you this weapon that's going to be at 5 meters, which is extremely insane. We have 10 meters, we have 25 meters, and even we have about 20, 23, 20, somewhere in that area. But the KSV is definitely one of the best weapons in the game right now. But right now, these are the top 5 fast time to kill loadouts right now here in Black Ops 6 before the Season 2 update. So if you're trying to get your first tactical nuke, highest kill game, or if you're just trying to increase your KD, these are going to be the builds that you use. So go ahead and copy them down. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite loadout, and also let me know what the best game you got with these loadouts. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope these builds help you, and I'll see you on the next one.